I know you will, you're good people. And all healed. Just took a couple seconds like always, but I'd rather do that kind of stuff off screen even still. I hate those plants so much. Especially when I seem to just be running into where their attacks are going to be. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Right. That is more like it. Switch back over to Earth. Those guys are really, I'll be honest, better taken on with either wind or just meleeing them to death. So don't worry about doing anything fancy with them. Leave the fanciness for other guys. They're the mooks of this place once you can actually finally kill them. Alright. And what do we have here? But more Revolve. God, so much Revolve. It's really kind of sickening how much Revolve they give you. Okay, so now we're almost at the end. This is the very home stretch. And just be very careful of these guys, because there's a huge portion of them up here. Use of the rock power against them is not necessarily great for killing them as far as damage goes, but as far as staying alive, their shockwaves are almost as deadly as their standard attacks, and they're essentially those gold guards on steroids. You'll also notice they drop crazy amounts of Revolve. You can totally go gorilla on them if you want, and it's very easy to lure some of them away from the pack. And I recommend doing that, as fighting them with all of them shooting lasers at, or rather their little fireball things at you at once, is just a losing battle. You can definitely feel free to take the time to hide, and in the PSP version with the super boost that allows you to recover your health, I recommend, if they knock you to the point where you're gaining boost quickly, make use of that. In fact, I should probably just make use of boost here myself. Pretty sure this is the last enemy in the game. Whew. Maybe not the very last enemy, but oh god, so many of these things. Just don't give up on the offensive. Even if they don't get staggered, just don't give up. That's your best trick against these guys. And notice the music, notice the cool way this place is rotating around. Can you guess what that means? Oh yes, I think you can. Okay, I know you can. Especially since I'm not charging rock power anymore. Also, check out the sword as I'm walking. See the little part of it that's purple? It glitters just like it did when Chester was holding it. So now, let's heal. Darkshrine Depths. And make our final return to Redmont. Unless I need to grind more money, and I'll do that off screen. I know we'll be able to afford our main concern as far as money goes. That's what's important. Well, Cynthia? I almost went over to Adonis first. Spirit Necklace. It's patterned after a winged goddess. When worn, can revive its wearer from death, but only once. Not bad. Which now means, look at my equipment, look at my inventory. We have every item you can get in the game. Woot! Temper equipment. Don't have enough gold. Alright, so, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to break with you guys for a little bit right over the save point here in Redmond. and I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna kill things for a little while, grind up all the gold we could ever possibly need, and we're gonna get all of our weapons and armor, all of them, tempered. I'll flash through all the sets really quick, maybe, and then we will go on to face our final encounters. And hello again, everyone. If you're wondering where I went to grind up that ridiculous amount of money, in Geno's Island there's a little spot where we got the silver bell, where you can just sort of run in circles over and over and over again. Pretty good spot for experience too, but I really don't want that. So, Brave Sword gets 2 strength up, 4 strength up, and it's maxed out. That gets +1 defense, +2 defense, maxed out. +1 defense, +2 defense, maxed out. Same for everything else. I hope we have enough money. I really like seeing a bunch of the word maxes. Well, I really don't feel like grinding any more money. So, yeah, just not gonna worry about it. We now have much higher attack, much higher defense. Really need to worry about anything. And Spirit Necklace, which will revive us once. So we're equipped with the ultimate equipment. Let's take on our final challenge. Just going to save right here. And then see what the game has in store for us. I've been expecting you, Otto. Which means, I suppose, that Sister Nell is dead. How disappointing. She could not even complete the simple task I set before her. I confess, I used her because I had grown somewhat fond of her, but in the end she was little more than a worthless dog. In the end, the true God shall have only one believer, myself. But I will be enough. I will offer up my body and soul to him in the Ilburn's ritual grounds. I feel him stirring. God awakens. On the coming of the dawn, the pitiable, mewling existence of humanity will come to an end, and by God's true power, this world shall be remade into a paradise. Now bow before his divine might. We have the fight with Garland, the Dark Bishop. This is really not all that difficult. With a Brave Sword now. So, his shield no longer does anything to us, besides that we have to smack it. He'll smack you back every so often and throw back up the shield. Just pay attention to at what level the scythe is, so you don't either jump into it or fall into it. The first half of this battle is exceptionally easy too. Really not a lot of thinking. Just run up to him. I bet rock power is actually stronger against him, though. I really used to use that against him in the past. Whoa, yeah, that didn't look like that. It did a whole lot, though. And now, he goes into Transformer. Really, just keep jumping to the side, and it'll be over before you know it. It's really not a hard fight. This can be. Don't jump. Just keep moving away. But if you do get sucked in here, wait for him to just attack you, throw off boost mode if you can, or use the rock break. That move actually became a rather standard move inside of the 3 Keys games, such as this. Than I usually do against him. I'm still doing pretty good. He's only got 1,000 health left. I've only lost 100. I'm just gonna stick with using what I usually use against him. No. Ow. At this point he does start to actually like using that thing that's on his back. So you do have to actually watch out at this point. To be able to actually deal damage and not really to actually still be a threat. Whenever he does that pose, though, just keep running away. You should be able to break free. Just barely enough time. Really, this attack is beautiful. The only thing I dislike about it is the fact that it's a time that I really can't hurt him. Come back to the center, please. One thing of importance to note, he will explode right here. If you're too close, you will take damage, and that can kill you if you're low enough. But that was my first take. Absolute promise. The key has already been prepared. No one can stop the revival of God. He is immortal. And he dies. What's left in his place? Well, the pedestal to head on down. And because I did take that out first try, I'd rather not have to redo that. So, let's go. Garland, the Dark Bishop, the apostate ringleader of the disaster in Felghana. He was once a pious man, dedicated to the Holy Church, but a chance encounter with the great power within the Ilburn's ruins drove him mad. Let's go. This will take us down to the very depths of the Dark Shrine, to Genos' final resting place for Galbalon. This is essentially the exact opposite, I believe I mentioned earlier, of how you initially fought Galbalon in Ys 3, Wanderers from Ys. In that game, you went up, way up. This time we're going down, and there's Galbalon upon his black throne. Oh, that face on his head, on his body is creepy. And his other forms of it are creepy too. Huddle? What are you doing here? No, please, you have to get out of here. The bishop said I was the key. He said that the life force of Genos' descendants could be used to awaken Galbalon from his sleep. It's too late for me, so please hurry. Ah! Huddle, please, run, hurry. Genos, who sealed me away with that sword. Those with wings will destroy winged men, will reclaim Black Ark. Those who made me, who controlled me, kill humans, leave none alive. I won't let that happen! As Chester runs down, slices Elena free. Chester, why are you here? Let me be a good brother, just once. Adol Kristin, use the sword of Genos to defeat him. If you do, the statues will seal away his power. Galbalon's not going to go down without a fight, and this is a fight to remember. Starting off, his first form, he has a good variety of attacks, including this little flame attack, and this ice, which is actually our meal ticket to dealing him damage. You don't even need it if you do it just right, but I'm not very good at doing it right with the sound. We want to get him down to about 4,000 health to make him switch attack modes. And those red balls are very hard to dodge without looking like a complete and utter spaz. Get used to that, though. Just want to attack the crap out of his eye whenever you can get it exposed. Lure that sword to one direction, try and get up close, and get in a few really good strong attacks. Be ready to run back away as soon as the sword, well, is about to hit you. And here we have him changing into his next attack, where he actually steals all of your magic, combines it into the ball, and will throw it wherever you're standing. I like to make him throw it into a corner, so that he wastes it. can stay on those ice blocks to keep yourself safe. It might be tempting to try and attack him there, but don't. You'll lose off on the chance to attack him here, which will do significantly more damage to him. Also keep in mind that we do have more health bars than what's visible there, because we have the revival charm. Alright? Went the opposite corner that I like to have him go into. That's fine. Alright. The other way you can go with this battle, obviously, is that way. But he's about to switch to his final attack mode once he gets down to 1,000 health. You can't actually smack him lower than 1,000 health until he does go into this attack mode, which I find rather amusing. But he doesn't really have a lot of health to go, so I'll just let him do that attack over there. And there we go. Now we play a very different game with him. He absorbs all of our magic. Anyone here ever played Legend of Zelda? Well, at least any of them after Link to the Past. Or Link to the Past, for that matter. Game of Dead Man's Volley, I believe they call it in later games. This is simple. He'll send an attack at you, you send it back. I recommend, stay back farther, so you can bat it, and then when things appear, you can run closer to make it go faster. It will move to follow you, so you don't have to be directly in front of him. That's not a problem. And those purple balls are actually not the real threat here, either. It's that's the problem. The sort of ant-lion attacks. Lag in this spot can be kind of nasty. That goes faster, obviously, as it gets smacked around by both you and Galbalon. Oh, God. But, thankfully, I think I only have to pull it out once more. So I'm going to be abusing boost here to try and stay alive, as it can be used for a defensive boost. Oh, just once more. Once more. Galbalon's defeated. Felghana is saved. And there we go. Galbalon, the Destroyer, has been vanquished. Galbalon, the cruel marauder from the Far East. The great demon of Felghana legend, he was once defeated by the warrior Genos, bringing his dreams of destruction to an end. He was later revived by Bishop Nicholas, but Adal was able to defeat him once more.